Lisa came into this, and they divorced when she was about 4 years old. She went back and forth between the two of them. As we know, she found her father when he died at Graceland in the worst possible way. And then she had to make her life for herself. And she also, was introduced to Scientology at a very young age when she was only about 10 years old. Her mother, Priscilla, had been kind of lured in by John Travolta. And she was in there getting counseling when she was 9 or 10. And what I've heard from my Scientology sources, I've covered that subject a lot. She really didn't like it when she was a kid. It was one more thing that she had to go through. And when you think, she put out 3 albums, people forget this. And no less a critic than Robert Hilburn of the LA Times praised her albums to the skies. She had a wonderful bluesy original sound, but how could she ever really break out of the mold of being Elvis's daughter? And I think she really did try to find love with her 4 marriages. And who can forget her incredible interview, Ashleigh, with Diane Sawyer, when Diane interviewed her and Michael Jackson together and really grilled them and put them on the spot. And Lisa Marie was a tough cookie. She was every bit a match for Diane Sawyer. She wasn't having some of Diane's probing questions. She stood up for herself, and she stood up for Michael. And you heard what Billy Bush said just a few minutes ago, that, Lisa Marie brought out a lot of humanity in Michael. It was probably one of the few normal times in his life. And when she left him, he went downhill. So I think there was a lot of heroism and a lot of strength. She wrote an incredible essay for People magazine last year on the National Day of Grieving. And she said that her son, her son Benjamin, who, as you say, committed suicide 2 years ago, was so much like Elvis, she was scared. And she said also that when he died, the worst part after the part of losing him was so many people couldn't handle it and kind of avoided her. So she went through so much, and she's only 54, and it's so sad she left everybody. But I think she really tried, and she had beautiful moments in her life and fantastic achievements as well.
Dana, your reporting is just so poignant and so insightful and so knowledgeable. I can't thank you enough. Just right off the bat, calling you and you having all of that right at the tip of your tongue. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.